All right, I'm going to say something right now that might be a little bit controversial, but please bear with me. New Year's resolutions are nothing more than a general list of wants and wishes for yourself. It's only a wish list if, and only if, you don't have a plan in place to make those wants and wishes a reality. So my goal for today is to give you a few ideas that can hopefully help set you up for success in achieving those wants and wishes. There has to be some accountability and self-respect. So here's how it works, but really quick. If you don't know me yet, I'm John, and the entire premise of this YouTube channel is to help prove that you're never too old and it's never too late to make a change in your life or start something new, and I'm glad you're here. All right, so here's something that I want you to think about. If somebody told you they were gonna come over to your place and help you clean out your garage on Tuesday at noon, but they didn't show up, and the reason they gave you was that they just didn't feel like it, you would lose a lot of respect and trust for that person. The same thing happens when, say, you tell yourself that you're gonna go spend 45 minutes on the treadmill Monday morning. You told yourself you were gonna go do it, but for whatever reason, you didn't feel like it, so you just didn't show up. And it might not feel like it at that time, but you lose a little bit of self-respect every time this happens. Because every time you don't show up for yourself or fail to keep those promises that you made to yourself, your self-respect diminishes. And look, let's be perfectly clear. I want the best for you. And it wasn't very long ago, I was in a pretty bad place. And some of you guys already know that story, and I've talked about it in some other videos. But at that time, I made some promises to myself, and I kept them. And over time, things got better. And quite honestly, things got a lot better than I could have ever imagined at that time. But you have to stay patient. Stay patient and don't overestimate what you're able to do. I mean, it's good to want to lose 50 pounds this year, but what does that look like? Do you have a plan? How are you gonna get there? And what's the time frame look like? And I don't say all of this to be discouraging. In fact, I say it to be encouraging. I want the best for you and I want you to succeed. Make a plan, start simple, and then adjust a plan along the way if you need to. I mean, let's face it, weight loss and getting in better shape are the most popular New Year's resolutions that people make, right? And the best way to achieve these goals is by having a plan. And that's where Factor Meals comes in. Factor is sponsoring today's video because they make fresh, never frozen, chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that are delivered right to you, and they're ready to eat in just 2 minutes. And you can be specific with what you want because they offer keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and also protein plus meals that have all the ingredients you need to feel satisfied all day long. Plus, you can round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of over 36 quick bites, smoothies, juices, and more. Another bonus though with Factor is it helps you cut back on takeout because not only is Factor cheaper than takeout, but you don't have to wait because, like I said, the meals are ready in just 2 minutes and they're absolutely delicious. I've been talking about Factor for like the last year because there's just so many upsides for me. I mean, it cuts down on my trips to the grocery store. I don't have to cook as much, and I save money by not eating out all the time. So if you want to get started on your New Year's resolutions, make sure your plan involves Factor. Head to factor75.com or click the first link down in the description and use code FASHION60 to get 60% off your first box. Head to factor75.com and use code FASHION60 to get 60% off your first box. Thank you, Factor, for supporting my channel and sponsoring today's video. All right, so listen to this. You have a list of wants. What do you want? How do you get what you want? And how do you start? First things first, assign dates and times. And along the way, if you find that those dates and times don't really work, replace them with a new time. Replacement is the key here because you can't just stop. Replace one time with another time. And I'll give you an example in just a second. Start small and then add as you go because most people jump right out of the gate super motivated and they end up making all these schedules that just affect their daily life. And I don't need to tell you that life gets in the way a lot. We all know how life gets in the way. So, for example, if your goal is to exercise and move your body more, maybe just start with 3 to 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 in the morning, you're going to the gym, or you're getting on the treadmill, or You're just going for a walk to get outside and move your body. And if you find that after maybe a couple of weeks that 8 in the morning doesn't work with your lifestyle, that's fine. Replace 8 a.m. with 4 p.m. Don't just stop doing it because the time doesn't work out. Replace it with another time. And it's totally okay that life gets in the way on occasion, but keep the promise to yourself. Because just that in itself, keeping your promise, just might be all the motivation you need. Let me tell you a little story that might have some meaning for you. So last week, I made a video talking about some of my short list goals that I have. And in that video, I mentioned that I've been trying to get a seat at this dinner table for like the last 2 years. So I'll link that video down below so you can go watch it after this one because it might make a little more sense. But anyway, at that dinner table is a group of successful men that set goals for themselves every year, and they announce those goals at that dinner. Everyone holds each other accountable, and 1 year later, they all meet again and evaluate how things went. And that high level of accountability is such an amazing concept, and I love the idea so much that I'm building my own table. Now, you don't have to do a fancy, expensive dinner or anything like these guys do, but if you've got a group of friends, put it out there and see if they might be interested in doing something similar. So I was just hanging out with a few of these guys on New Year's Eve, and we got to talking about the dinner. One of them, on the spot, pulled out a slip of paper from his wallet and had all of his goals from the last dinner written on it. This guy literally carries his goals in his pocket every single day. And another one of the guys said that his company requires him to change his password on his cell phone every 3 months. So every 3 months, he resets his password on his phone to one of his goals. He's literally typing his goal into his phone multiple times every single day. So many people set themselves up for failure like right from the start. Look at your list of wants and really think about how you can start making them happen. Which one's a priority? What can you do today, or how can you make a schedule that allows some time to start chipping away at it? Because look, if you want it bad enough, and I mean really want it, you will find a way. Stay patient. All right, so I'm gonna make it really easy for you guys to go watch that video that I just talked about. So I'm gonna put a link right here on the screen and also down below in the video description so you can go watch it right now. And with that, as always, if you made it this far, you are one of the true legends. Thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.